Up here for the Giggity Racing League Truck Series at Las Vegas. I'm going to get live to the track right now. Okay, actually, they're still doing qualifying right now, so I'm going to back out of here right now. But as you can see, this is our lineup right now. Ignore my name at the bottom of the page. We got Larry Baker, Trey, The Heat, Go With The Flow, Sergeant Saws, Kay Larson, Fluffy, Rebel Joker, TKO, Celtics Fan, Old Guy, Owens, Noco, Roofer, and Trout. So, like I said, this is qualifying right now, so I'm about to back out of this, and I'll join again whenever they finish, and we'll get live to racing. As you know, Fluffy won the Dash to Drive. We had top 10 transfer, and usually they start at the back, whoever transferred from the dash, but tonight go ahead and let everybody qualify so everybody has a decent starting position, or at least has a chance at a decent starting position. So as soon as I get the invite, we'll get to racing. But y'all will have to bear with me this evening. I will be doing this broadcast by myself. I'll try to get as much of the racing I can, but it's hard to focus on everybody when it's just one person. But so yes, I probably will be broadcasting most of the front of the track. Whoever's running up front, unless I see a good battle going on somewhere else. So like I said, I'll try to do my best to keep everybody updated. But I believe that is our invite for the race, so here we go. Hang on a second, I'm getting reports that he messed up the lobby. You'll have to bear with me here. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Apparently there was a problem switching between qualifying and race for Las Vegas. So I think they're going to have to back out and probably reset it up and run a pace lap to get their positions on the track. Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of difficulty getting the lobby set up. So whenever I get another invite, I'll join again. So we got a lot of fast cars or fast trucks in here this evening. I'll read out the starting lineup right now. Alright, starting first, we got Noco. Looks like he's running the 22, so he is not in the 52 as I originally thought. Don't look like he got the whole lineup though, but as I can see, first is Noco, third is Trout, fifth is Celtics, 8th is Larry Baker. 9th is Roofer. 11th is Old Guy. 13th is Sergeant Sauls. 15th is Rebel Joker. That's all I can see right now, so I apologize for not getting the whole lineup out. But from all the people that is racing tonight, I actually have to say, sorry about that, I'm getting blown up over here. From the trucks that I've seen run tonight so far, I gotta say, Fluffy, good everywhere. He's got a good chance to win. I think Noco's got a heck of a chance to win as well. He had a fast lap. He set the fastest lap in the Dash to Drive. Celtics, I think they're all, got a good chance of staying up there and fighting for the lead. As you know, last week, Trey, Toyota camp, won at Daytona, and Larson in the Ford camp, shout out to the Fords, won at Atlanta. So we'll see if one of them could try to go back-to-back weekends. But with, like I said, having Fluffy and Noco and everybody in here, got a lot of fast guys. Should be, some real stiff competition. So we'll have to see how it goes. Race will start at 7:45, so in just a couple minutes I'll get an invite and we'll get live to the track. Like I said, it's interesting to see, what line, which different drivers are going to run. Looks like we got a lot of Fords running tonight, so I know there's a few of the guys in the Ford camp like running that high line, so maybe we'll see them try to jump up on the high line, try to make that work, get around them inside drivers. But also there's a few Ford drivers that can stick that bottom line, as well as the Chevys, which will be seen in the Dash to Drive. So it should make out for some interesting competition here. So if you would please give me 1 second, I'm gonna grab something to drink and we'll get this race started. Alright, I'm back. Still waiting on that invite, but trying to get clarification. Alright, there is the invite now. I don't think that was the right invite. Yeah, that was not the right invite. There was only 2 people in that lobby. Yeah, They're definitely having some technical difficulties tonight, so I apologize. Looks like we've only got one of our manufacturer captains running tonight, and that would be Larry. So looks like RKM and RJ Smitty taking the night off. Also, you know, our fearless leader, Mr. K Taddy himself, has some other, you know, prior commitments, so he ain't gonna be able to run tonight. So doing this without the head honchos, they're having a little bit of difficulty, but we'll get it straightened out. The invites are about to be coming again, so hopefully soon we can get this thing underway and get live to race and show y'all some good stuff. And as y'all know, it's 50%. It's 3 times wear, so let's take a look and see what that wear is and how many laps that'll be. Alright, there you go, 67 laps for Vegas and 125 from Martinsville. So, there'll be some, definitely gonna have some green flag pit stops mixed in here as well. Being a 1.5-mile track at Vegas, I believe most of the trucks will go on 3 times wear is about 16 laps of fuel. So might have a green flag pit stop in the first and second stage. Know for a fact they'll at least have 1, maybe even 2 in the second stage. So we might see some strategy. Some people taking 2 tires. Some, you know, in the last stage trying to gain some ground on whoever's in front of them, or if they are in the lead, maybe try to gain some leverage, get a little bit further out. So we'll have to see. Alright, I'm getting messages that the invites are going out now, so as soon as I get one, I'll get in there. Alright, there's an invite. Alrighty. Yep, I'm getting multiple invites now, so that's definitely got to be it. Alright, let's get to it. Again, our starting lineup, I'm pretty sure they'll do a little competition caution here at the beginning, do a manual caution, you know, pace lap, let everybody get in line. But I said first we had Noco, second we got Trey, third we got Trout, fourth we got Fluffy, fifth we got Celtics fan, 6th Larson, 7th the Heat, 8th Larry Baker, 9th MP Roofer, 10th would be Owens, 11th is Old Guy. Not seeing that 12th position. 12th position would be TKO. Thirteenth would be Sergeant Sauls, 14th would be Flo, and 15th Rebel Joker. So that will be your starting lineup for this evening. So do this pace lap, let everybody get lined up where they need to be. Oh, excuse me. Alright, like I said, looks like we got, you know, pretty even split amongst the manufacturers here tonight. We got a lot of each. I know for a fact we got at least 6 or 7 Fords, so maybe they've got the upper hand this evening. Maybe they can work together and make something happen. You know, Toyota's got a lot of chemistry in their camp, so does Chevrolet, so maybe Ford can start getting in on that mix, have some chemistry themselves and get a win tonight. But here we go, green. So let's boogity, boogity, boogity. Start going at the start-finish line. Here we go. Oh, as this number 2 of Celtics drops down low, pulls a Joey Logano to get around him, jump up on his teammate there. Again, it looks like it. I don't know what it is about that bottom line of these restarts, but it don't look like anybody on that high line can get a good restart. We got running order right now. We got NOCO. Looks like we got Celtics. Oh, 51 goes high. Is that the 51 or is that the 8? It's hard to say from this point of view. Like I said, I'll try to keep everybody up to speed on everything as much as I can in here by myself, but looks like we've got pretty good clean racing so far right now. See 22 go up a little bit high. Looks like 2 and the 8 of... Who is that 8? I forgot again. Sorry about that, fellas. The 8 would be Trout in the Toyota camp. So we got a Toyota up there. Looks like Fluffy's coming up on that high line though, coming in third. Looks like he's got that truck dialed in. As you've seen, you know, he was the winner of the dash. But it looks like he's going to be up there by himself. Can he do it on his own though, or is he going to have some help? It just looks like that bottom line is a place to be right now. Don't see many people going for that high line. Don't think anybody's going to go with them. I think everybody knows the fastest way around the track, the shortest way around the track is going to be that bottom. Everybody's all single file right now, making for some good green laps. This is what we like to see. Looks like Celtics keeps trying to get a run coming out of turn 2, but it's just, I don't think he's got the momentum. As we see Fluffy in the 28 getting around the 2 of Celtics, followed by the 8 of Brian. And we see NOCO drop down in front of Celtics for Fluffy to hold that line. Looks like he's trying to maintain both lanes. Looks like he's trying to give a little bit of draft help to each other. That way nobody gets a good solid run on him. Looks like he's trying to pull a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh, as Fluffy tries to make a move on the inside, but he does not get there as NOCO slams the door on him. I say this is an interesting race so far already. Looks like we got not too many fighting, but oh, here comes Fluffy, and Fluffy, does he got him? Yes, he does. Fluffy's got him. Here he comes for the lead, followed by the 2 of Celtics. Whereas Celtics going to jump up high and follow his teammate up there. I believe you will. As that little bit of a push actually helps NOCO out. NOCO closes the door on Fluffy again. Oh, look like Fluffy got a little bit loose as he makes contact with 8 of Brian. Looks like everybody hold their line pretty good though. Looks like everybody's in a tight-knit group. I mean, they're spaced a little bit, but it don't look like anybody's completely out of everybody's draft except for maybe 2 or 3 people at the back of the pack, but they're still in each other's draft. So that could help them, you know, ain't going to hurt them too bad, I don't think. Plus only being 67 laps, I believe. Oh, I see contact in the back of the field. What's going on? Remember, who's that spinning? If I can get back here to him. It'll be the 52 of K. Larson as he gets sideways coming through the tri-oval. Looks like he might have made contact with somebody. Looks like we've got the 83 of the Heat holding up in 3rd place. Looks like we've got the 28 of Fluffy. Looks like he's getting his position back again. Oh, as he makes contact with the 83. Oh. Looks like everybody held their positions though. Don't look like anybody got too bad out of shape. Let's see if Fluffy can use that draft off the 8 of Brian and catch back up. As we see Team Chevy 1, 2, and 3 right now. 4th we got the Toyota, and 5 we got the Lonesome Ford. And I gotta say, I hate that for Larson. Looked like he was having some pretty good lap times in practice earlier today. Who knows, maybe at the end of this stage he can get a fresh set of tires. Maybe he can go back out there and get regrouped, get back up there with his teammates and try to make something out of it. As we see the 83 making a move on the 2. Looks like the Heat ain't going to settle for 3rd place. Looks like he wants to get up here and get a damn battle for a stage. Pardon my French. Oh, as the 8 catches the outside wall and he spins, he loses control. Looks like he might be the only truck, so I don't know if that's going to breed a caution or not, and if not, that's going to be bad for him. As we stay green. I wonder if he just caught the apron maybe a little bit coming out of turn 4. Over there where that tunnel turn is, like a lot of 1.5-mile tracks with the tunnel that goes underneath the track for the haulers to come in. It's always, for some reason, underneath turn 4 almost. So it can make for a little bit slippery coming through there when you're making that transition back to the straightaway. When the banking levels out, you can lose grip and get loose fairly quick over there, especially if you're running a loose setup. And I say these Chevys are looking pretty dominant right now. See if Fluffy can maybe get up here and get a run in with them. Looks like we got a battle for 5th back there. Let's see if I can get to it and show y'all what's going on back here. As we see the 98 of Larry Baker, or is that the 38? My bad, that's the 38. No, it is the 98. It looks like a 3 from the top as he goes around Roofer. So looks like we got, once again, still got 3 Chevys in the top, 2 Fords. Actually, top 6, 4 of them are Chevys. So Chevy once again showing their dominance. As I believe that is the end of stage 1. Alright, so looks like we've got NOCO, Celtics, the Heat, Fluffy, and Larry Baker in our top 5. Looks to be Roofer in 6th. Who's behind Roofer? It'll be the 54 Trey in 7th. Looks like the 92 of Flo in 8th. We got the 68 of Old Man. Alright, well. Alright, let's see what's going to go on here now. Looks like Brian might have pitted whenever he got spun out. Whenever he lost that track position, got loose a little bit, so maybe he pitted then. So he stayed out and make up that ground. Let's see if pitting 1 or 2 laps ahead. Shouldn't be a whole lot of difference in the tire wear. Let's see if he can make something of it. Oh, so we got 1 truck spinning out. Oh, hard hit coming in turn 2. We got Brian being pushed by Celtics, but we got Fluffy and NOCO on the outside. Let's see if they can hook up and do something now. Looks like Fluffy's getting a run. Looks like they're learning how to make that outside work. Looking for some good battles here, fellas. See if I can get back to Fluffy's truck real quick. Alright, there we go. Yep. I don't know, I gotta say, if Fluffy and the Heat wouldn't have made contact earlier, it might have had a different stage winner, but what it looks like, I called it out. I said Fluffy, NOCO, and Celtics are probably going to have the trucks to beat, and it looks like it's just that right now. Look at that, single file, front to back, first to last. I'm pretty sure they're going to enjoy this while they can now, because I guarantee you, come stage 3, there ain't going to be no single file racing here. It's going to be double wide from front to back, and everybody doing everything they can to get that last position. See Noco closing the gap on Fluffy. He's going to try to make him. Oh, it's Fluffy. He's flirting with that white line. Better be careful, don't get his tires too far under there. Get sucked around just like Brian did earlier. I tell you, this front pack now looks like they're starting to pull away. Fluffy, Noco, Celtics. Looks like Brian in the 8, and I believe that's Trey right behind him running out the top 5. Looks like they're pulling away from everybody. Looks like they're starting to battle back there as we see Noco making a run on the inside of Fluffy for the lead. Fluffy running that high line though. He might have the momentum coming out of the corner. Looks like Noco will get him going in, but I think Fluffy still might be able to hold on to it coming out unless Celtics can get on his bumper and give him a push. As he can't quite get there. He's trying though, but Fluffy is fighting him. Ooh, they're coming close. Looks like he's trying to use a little bit of that side draft, and I think Noco's going to get him going into the corner now, especially with that 2 right there on his bumper. Oh, looks like 22 getting tight. He's trying to hold it down. Looks like we might have a 3-wide battle. No, Celtics and Brian ducked in behind 22 again, so Fluffy maintains the lead. I hope y'all are enjoying watching this as much as I am. I gotta say, this is good fighting up here, some good clean racing. As anybody who watched our races last night noticed, we had a lot of battles going on last night, a lot of bumping and banging, so this is pretty clean so far. Now that pack, as you can see coming into turn 1 right now, just behind this lead pack, looks like they got a lot of battling going on up there, but I'm too afraid to switch from this front view as we see somebody catch the inside wall. No, he hit the outside wall very, very hard too. He spun around about 3 or 4 times it looks like, but I don't think there's going to be a caution. You gotta hate that when 2 cars make contact and only one person gets sideways, catches the apron, catches the wall, and just starts wrecking, and it don't throw the caution. I mean, it's a tough break for anybody who gets involved when they don't do that. And I myself have been in that situation many times, and I'll tell you, it sucks. But hopefully, you know, NASCAR Heat 4, whenever that game comes out, hopefully their servers will be a little bit more strict on these cautions. Like I said, his top 5 pack just pulling away now as we're seeing them battling back there. It looks like 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're battling pretty good back there, and it looks like it's starting to hurt them now. Then again, I could be wrong. They might be running fast, but this front 5 is running a hell of a lot faster. As it looks like Fluffy and Noco starting to make a gap on Celtics. I just don't think that 8 Brian in that Toyota, I don't know if he's got a good pushing truck or not, because it don't look like he's able to give Celtics that run going into the corners anymore. Because earlier, whenever at the end of the first stage, we had 3 Chevys running up front, and they were holding it pretty good and getting a gap on everybody. But now we've got mixed manufacturers up here. It just don't look like it's working the same. You know, I give Fluffy props though. Looks like he was the only one to make that outside work by himself, may I remind you. While everybody else was stacked up on the inside, he took advantage of it. He used it. He used them runs coming out of the corners, get back on the back stretch, fall in line, get back in that draft, and he just used it to his advantage. He's a very, very smart driver. As we see, 2 of the 22 hooking up now. Looks like the 54 and the 8 of Brian and Trey are starting to get left behind a little bit. And mind you, those 2 are also Toyotas back there, so we got a Ford in front, Chevy in 2nd and 3rd, Toyotas in 4th and 5th. So who knows, maybe if Brian and Trey can hook up, maybe get, you know, on each other's bumper, they can run them Chevys down, and maybe all 4 of them possibly try to team up, take this first spot from Fluffy, but whoever it is, whether it's Ford, Chevy, Toyota, it don't matter. They're going to have their hands full getting around Fluffy. And that is the end of stage 2. So we got Fluffy winning the stage. We got NoCo finish the second. Yeah, I believe it was NoCo finishing second. Celtics finishing third. I believe that was Brian finishing fourth. Yes, it was. And Trey rounding out your top 5. Alright, so if my calculations are correct, I'd say there was probably about 13 to 14 laps in the first 2 stages. So you add in the caution laps, you know, for the end of the stage and the start of the second stage and all that. We should be going green with about 32 to 31 laps to go. So if they're all running... Oh, I don't know why it threw me all the way off of Fluffy like that. I hate when it does that. Oh, Fluffy. Somebody didn't pit, or somebody took 2 tires 1. Looks like the 83, the Heat's got the lead right now. Alright, looks like NoCo and Fluffy's up on the outside. Let's see if I can do the same thing as they did last time and get that run coming off. Looks like... Oh, looks like the 83 might be lagging a little bit. Or he's running out of fuel 1. That might have been it. I don't think he pitted. I think he accidentally missed his pit, and I think he's running out. Because I think he's headed toward pit road now. Yes, he is. Looks like maybe 2, 3 people pitted, didn't pit. But they're all coming in now. As you see, the Celtics take the lead. Looks like Trey and the 54 is right on his bumper as we got Fluffy and NoCo once again on the outside trying to make that high line work. Oh! Looks like... Who was that? I can't tell who that was that made contact. But they caught... I think they caught NoCo. Oh, I hate that for him. He was running good too, man. But NoCo's got a good truck. Maybe, you know, throwing some pit strategy, maybe a caution. It might work out for him. He might be able to make his way back to the front of the pack. We'll have to see as we see Fluffy in at 28, getting a run on the inside of Celtics in that too. But we got Trey on the outside pushing Celtics. We got Brian on the inside. Oh, as Celtics makes contact with 28 of Fluffy, as Fluffy gets around him though. I gotta say, other than a few slight, you know, out of the way contacts, this has been some good clean racing here tonight. This is what we've been waiting to see. As y'all seen in the first and second stage, it looked like we had about 5 to 6 cars in both stages just pull away from the rest of the pack. Let's see if that's what's going to happen again. As I said, 28 Fluffy make contact with that wall going into turn 1. Don't look like it hurt him too much though. Honestly, the way it threw him down to the inside of the track, it looks like it might have helped him stick that bottom a little bit better. Don't need to take chances doing that though, Fluffy. It looks like it's just hard to pass here too. I think that's one of the reasons why these front couple packs are breaking away. They're staying in line and everybody else is fighting for position. Whenever you get side by side like that and you got 2 or 3 trucks in front of you running single file in each other's draft, I mean, you just pull away. So right now we got a 3 truck 3-truck breakaway with Fluffy in the 28, Celtics in the 2, and Brian in the 8. See if we can get a good look at how Fluffy's running these lines. I mean, he's just dropping her in there, just barely burping it just a little bit, letting out, let that weight transfer to get, you know, down to that white line, and he's right back in it, full throttle the rest of the way around. Pretty sure that's what he's doing going into turn 1 as well. We'll watch here. So he gets right up against that wall, makes slight contact, but gets back down to that white line. Don't look like he's going to lose a whole lot of momentum out of it. It looks like the rest of the pack behind him finally getting straightened out, trying to run single file. Let's see if they can catch back up with this top 3. I don't know. We got somebody still looks like they're running a high line, and everybody else is running low still. And you got people splitting high and low like that. It makes it very, very difficult to gain any momentum going forward. You might have the momentum on the person in front of you or the person behind you, but like I said, when you got 3 fast trucks like this all lined up, hauling butt, don't think it's going to do any good splitting high and low. Oh, as we see Celtics, looks like maybe he got a little bit tight, or maybe him and Brian's trying to do something here, trying to make a run on Fluffy. I gotta say, I don't know if 2 trucks is going to be able to take Fluffy now. He's got the heck of a truck. He's been pretty much dominant truck all night long. As it looks like maybe that second pack back there from 4th through 10th starting to get in line. Call me crazy, but I think they're starting to gain on this front pack here. You'll see the big problem that these front 3 is going to have when it comes down to green flag pit stops. We got Fluffy in a Ford, Celtics in a Chevy, and Brian in a Toyota. All of them in different damn manufacturers, all of them in different chat parties, so they don't know when each other is going to pit. Now, I'm pretty sure they all pit, everybody but Brian, they all pitted together on that last stage, so I think they all got the same amount of fuel, but some people pit with 2 to go as soon as that fuel light comes on. Some wait till 1 to go. Some people try to stretch it and wait till it hits 0 laps. So we'll see how that's going to come into play. Because if they get tangled up, if there's a little bit of miscommunication, seeing how there is no communication between that top 3, if they get tangled up going into pit road, it might open the door for somebody in that back of the pack to maybe jump on it and get away with a win. Yes, Ryan, I know I'm crazy. I see your comments down there. I take that as a compliment, so thank you. Oh, it looks like for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th, looks like they're all tight bunch close together. Being that tight, maybe they can try to make a run, catch back up to Trey in that 54 truck. Looks like Trey's running the high line. Looks like everybody else is running the bottom. So I don't know. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, yes, we do. We have cautions out. So, depending on how many laps are left, all that fuel strategy and pit strategy might go out the window here. So that's why I wish they had a lap count on this stuff so you could tell you exactly how many laps we got left. Maybe I can get some inside contact on the group chat right here. See if somebody will pick up her phone and look and see. Give me an answer how many laps left. I can tell you whether that pit strategy is going to come into play or not, or if they're all going to pit, take 4 now, and go to the end. Oh, as we got the 68 up front, so maybe he took 2 tires, maybe trying to gain that advantage. Looks like we got the 21 up there as well. So now, may I remind you, those 2 are they're both Chevrolet, so they're in the same party. So maybe there's a little communication going on between them, a little bit of strategizing, see if they can get up here and try to hold off Fluffy. It's going to be hard for them to do. As you see Fluffy getting that run on that inside, but it looks like he's going to pull up. He's got Chevrolets in second and fifth right there behind him, so we got 1, 2, 3 in a row right there. But oh, is he going to stay up there with him? Is he going to pull his teammates up along with him? I think he is, but it looks like we got Brian in that 8 pushing that 28 forward Fluffy. So we see everybody scattering now. Oh, we got the 99 flipping upside down, end over end, barrel rolling through the inside of the field as the caution is out. That looked like it might have hurt just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good thing NASCAR's gone a long way on their safety procedures. If not, he might be looking at some broken bones there. I gotta tell y'all, this has been one heck of a race so far. Looks like Fluffy's got the lead again. Got the 21 on his ends, right there underneath him. Is he gonna push him? Oh, is him and Brian in the 8 make contact going into turn 1? Looks like it dropped. Oh, he's gonna come up the track. He's like, oh, we got somebody wrecking in the back. We got 2 or 3 people spinning out. Oh, 3 or 4. Here comes the big one. This is the most trucks we've seen spinning at one time tonight. Is that gonna breed a caution? Oh, I don't believe it is. Oh, you gotta hate it for those guys, man. We were having some good, clean racing there. Let's see, Fluffy, Celtics, Brian, and if I'm not mistaken, that might be our Ford leader, Larry Baker, in that 98 back there in 4th place. Looks like he's trying to carve out himself a top 10. Can he catch that draft off of Brian, though? Get back up there. Maybe him and Fluffy being in Fords, being in the same group chat and everything. Maybe they can come up with a little bit of strategy, get Ford a 1-2 finish tonight. Oh, it looks like Fluffy missed his line coming into turn 3, or turn 2. Celtics not going to be able to capitalize on it, though. Not having any draft help, it's hard to pass here. Looks like Brian got a little bit loose or tight coming out of the corner. He slid up a little bit. Don't look like he lost too much momentum, though. That might be what Larry Baker needs. Catch some of that draft. Maybe he can suck up to Brian. Make this a good little battle. Just don't think Larry's got the truck to do it. You see the top 3 pulling away. I don't know if Brian's got the truck. He's losing a little bit of that draft. And as soon as I say that, it looks like he's getting one heck of a run on Celtics. Looks like Brian's coming back into the picture a little bit here. Can Brian get around Celtics, maybe have a shot at Fluffy? Looks like Fluffy's trying to stay on the inside going down the backstretch, trying to break that draft between him and Celtics so he can't use it as much. Oh, Brian's getting tight. Looks like maybe. And I apologize, people. I still haven't got an answer on how many laps are left, but can't be too many. I think we might have about maybe 10 laps, if that, left. There's been some good clean racing. We've only had 1 or 2 cautions outside of the stages, which is what we've been wanting to see. Some hard fought battles up here for the lead all night long. You gotta wonder if Noco wouldn't have gotten all that trouble earlier with the 83 of the heat. Maybe him and Celtics can maybe damn come up with a plan to get around Fluffy, but not having a teammate up here, it's going to be hard. Seeing how once again you've got the top three, all three different manufacturers, so nobody's in communication with each other. A while ago when I was asking a couple of minutes ago, they said 18 laps left, so I'm assuming we've ran probably about somewhere around 10 or so of those, so well, Mr. Roofer said 18 to go 4 minutes ago, so you're looking at maybe 2 laps a minute. So yeah, I'd say we still got about 10 laps to go possibly. As we see Celtics and Fluffy pulling away from Brian. Looks like Celtics, if he wants a shot at Fluffy, he's going to have to do it on his own. It's going to be hard for him to get a run though. Looks like Celtics is trying different lines. Trying to find a spot where maybe he's just a tad bit faster than Fluffy. Now, I remind you, as soon as this race is over with, we'll take about a 15-minute break and we'll do our Martinsville qualifying, and we'll get back to that broadcast whenever they start that race, so tune into that as well. I'll say I'm proud of these guys tonight. They've done some good racing. Ain't been too much fighting, I don't think. I ain't heard a whole lot of arguments in the group chats or anything, so I think it's been pretty much clean racing so far tonight. Maybe we can keep that up going into Martinsville next. Now, I mean, it is Martinsville. There's going to be a lot more beating and banging than there is here right now, but listen, we got a good group of guys running tonight. Got some veterans, we got some rookies in here. Everybody trying to hold their own and make a name for themselves. It looks like Fluffy's starting to maybe increase that gap over Celtics. He's just had the dominant truck all night tonight. Gotta give him props. He knows what he's doing up there. I gotta give props to Celtics too. He's been right there on his bumper all night long doing everything he can to get around him. He hadn't gave up. It looks like, I don't know if he'll catch him or not. We've got a couple lap trucks in front going into turn one now. Not sure if there's enough laps left in the race for it to matter, but who knows. They slip up there and Fluffy gets a run, more of a run than he's already got, that is. Catches up to him right before the race ends. That might give Celtics enough time to get up on his bumper. We'll have to see. And I believe that is your race. Mr. Fluffy wins the World of Westgate 200 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, followed by Celtics in second, Brian in third. We got the 98 of Larry Baker in fourth. If I'm not mistaken, that has to be the 54 of Trey in fifth. Looks like the 52 behind him. And there's multiple 52s, so I apologize. Yeah, that was a Ford. That was Kyle Larson. We got the 68 right behind him. So, I gotta say, fellas, it was a pretty good race tonight. Let's see if we can keep this up going into the next race. See if we can dial our race winner up. Wow, I wasn't even in a party. Let me start a party right quick, fellas. Get Mr. Fluffy in here. Fluffy,
What's going on?
congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you.
You look like you had that 28 truck dialed in tonight. Don't look like anybody could touch you up front.
Yes, sir. Just dialed it in and just kind of, made some adjustments. Truck felt a little bit tight in stage 1 and stage 2, and kind of just made a little bit of more adjustments to make the truck a bit looser, and took enough gas to make it to the end, and we actually ran out right maybe about 100 feet from the finish line.
I
So
seen
we
it. It
had-
looked like you slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, I had enough to make it back, so it's kind of glad to be back in victory lane after last night's shenanigans, and so hopefully this will kind of get more momentum in the next week.
I say
for
you
Sunday.
finished second in both races last night. You won the dash to drive tonight and the race. So, how you feeling going into Martinsville?
Hopefully I can get that win like I should have gotten at Martinsville last night, and hopefully we can try to get a win here at Martinsville.
Looks like you, Celtics, and NOCO were having a heck of a battle up there in the front for the first and second stage till NOCO got taken out at the start of the third stage. Did you think Celtics had a chance for you?
Yeah, Celtics, he was right there with me. And I guess I had a long run car to kind of outrun him there at the end, and just glad we got that win tonight. Hopefully we can look for another one here at Martinsville here soon.
I gotta say, it looked like you were the only truck that was able to make that high line work tonight.
Yeah, I was sliding though. That was the problem. I made that truck go to the bottom more than I was top. So when I ran the top, I was kind of breaking loose on the rear end, and nonetheless, the truck was really good. It was really strong tonight, and looking to seal the deal at Martinsville as well.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. I'll let you get back in your Ford chat party and enjoy it with them.
Thank you.
All righty, man. Take care. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see if we can get Celtics in our party now. Not sure if we're going to get Celtics in here or not. Like I say, I'm looking forward to this battle between the two of them going into Martinsville. You know, last night they had a battle for the lead. Celtics ended up taking that win. Fluffy finished in second. As you just seen, Fluffy got this win with Celtics finishing second. So it's making out for a pretty wild inning at Martinsville. Let's see who's going to capitalize. They're 1-1 right now with each other. Let's see if who's going to get that second win first. But I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast right now. Take me a little break. And as soon as the Martinsville race gets started, I'll be back on the air. Hopefully y'all follow me along then. So take care, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes.